Now that we've cleaned our lamb rack and we've cut our chops, I have 3 lamb chops here, and they're probably about 2 to 2.5 ounces each for a total of around 6, maybe 7 ounces total, which I think is a great portion size for an entree. We're going to want to season these up and we're going to throw them on the grill. We're going to cook these to medium rare. So again, we want it to reach that temperature of about 130 to 135. Now, as you can see, since they are a lot smaller in size, they're going to cook pretty quick on the grill. But we want to season them up really, really nice. Now, we're just going to focus in on the protein element right now because we'll be adding a gastrique to it later when we do our final plate up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Once I have them seasoned, we're going to take them over to the grill and we're going to grill them up. Now that we have our lamb chops seasoned and ready to go on the grill, again, we want to make sure, it's important that we scrape it down and then we rub oil to season our grill and give it about 35 to 40 seconds for that oil to get nice and hot. We're going to take it, at this point we can grab it right by the bone, and we're going to lay it right down on the hot grill here. So I'm going to come in and lay it seasoned side down, just like so. Same thing over here, seasoned side down. We're going to line them up right on the grill. Now I can come back a little bit, add a little bit of pressure, just so that we make nice contact along all that loin. We got them seasoned really, really well on one side. It is a little bit on the thick side. I'm just going to do a tiny bit more salt, and I'm going to leave the excess pepper off. And we're going to let these cook. After they've been sitting there for a few minutes, I'm going to come in and I'm going to lift these guys up and check them just to see if they got a nice grill mark on there. They're getting there. We'll leave them down for about 30 more seconds and we'll get ready to move them over. Now I'm going to move them to this side. I'm just going to rotate them in the opposite direction on some newer plates. We're going to leave them on there for probably another minute to a minute and a half, just to achieve some nice grill marks. So I'm going to come in now and I'm going to flip these guys back over on the hot side. You can see we got some really nice, beautiful grill marks on that chop. On this chop, again, some nice caramelization and grill marks. We're going to flip those guys over. I'm going to leave them on the hot side here, probably for about a minute or two. And then we're going to move them over to the low side. And then we're going to cook these to 130 degrees to 135, which is going to be medium rare. Great, now I'm going to move them over to a little bit lower side of temperature. And we're going to let these guys cook until we reach that medium rare temperature. going to flip them one more time. By flipping them one more time, it's going to help cook the other side. We're real close to them being about 130 degrees. All right, so they've been cooking now for about 7 to 8 minutes, and I feel like they're at a really nice bounce back for a medium rare. You can take a thermometer and place a thermometer in there to check the temperature as well. And I'm going to pull them off while they're still just a little bit under, and I'm going to let them rest, and we're going to go right into plating these guys up here in just a few seconds. Our lamb chops have been resting for about a minute right off the grill. They're cooked to a medium rare. And I have some just microgreens. We're just really focusing in on cooking the protein properly and also adding that beautiful orange gastrique. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just got a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a tiny bit of citrus in here. And I'm just gonna make a mound right in the center of the plate like so to create some height. And then we're gonna take our chops. And you can see here on the chops, when we talked about, I'm gonna take 3 of them here. I'm going to cross the 2 this way and maybe come 1 this direction. And I may have to play around a little bit with the bones, but I want to intermingle them across the plate to where they stick out and up just a little bit, like so. Remember, we talked about how important it is to make sure that those bones get really nice and clean. They stay white when they cook. We got a little bit of the residual membrane here which darkened it up, so you can kind of tell how that can be a little unattractive. Now I'm going to come back with my gastrique, and we made a gastrique earlier, and we made a blood orange gastrique, and I'm going to go ahead and add my blood orange gastrique to this. I'm going to drizzle some right over the top. I'm going to go over some of the microgreens on the top here, and right over this guy on this side as well. I'm going to come in and just do a little bit of gastrique on the sides of the plate to create a little bit of focal interest, just like so. Come back and I'm going to wipe my rim off, and there we have grilled lamb chops with blood orange gastrique.